I'm Justin George, fourth grade teacher and co-head wrestling coach this year at Osakis. Here to talk a little bit about limitations that we have with our wrestling rooms and program. So we do have 2 rooms. So our large room, if we have overflow that we need, especially when we're wrestling live, we just don't have tons of space. So our athletes don't get hurt. So we do come in the second room. Some of the limitations, though, is when we are utilizing 2 rooms, one coach is talking in the other room, we can't hear. We're wrestling live, all of a sudden one room is done with their matches, the other room, so we're not on the same page, just being in 2 separate spaces when we should be in one. As you'll be able to see in both rooms, we do not have a full-size actual mat circle. We do have circles. But you can see that the circles, they do go right up to the wall, so you're not getting a full experience. But as wrestlers starting, we're already 5 feet away from the wall. And easy way to, once we start, we have these in here to help us start to simulate a match starting, but we're right here, we're hitting the wall. Might be hard to see with all these other, but we have an outside circle. It is smaller than a regulation circle, and you can see that even if the kids are wrestling a match, you can't get that benefit of being just on the edge of the circle, and over here they're already running into the wall. Same with on the other side. So this is our main wrestling room. We were hoping to get in here a few minutes earlier, but it's currently raining outside, and we do share space with the cross-country team, so we had to wait for them to get part of their practice and warm up ready to go, which is, again, these are multi-purpose rooms, not just wrestling. So it can be used for many things. But again, if you look on the mat, you can see our large circles that they butt right up against the wall. This is about the same size as the other room, maybe a little bit bigger, but still not regulation size circles. In our program, we had about 35 wrestlers, the most that we've had in the program in the last 12 years that I've been here. Which you throw those 35 kids in a wrestling room of our size, there's not enough room to wrestle live. So we have that second room. It does help. With our elementary program, we have that. We've had 65 kids consistent the last 3-4 years. We do split them up, so we're still talking 30 plus kids each practice. And in a small space, it gets a little bit harder. And then towards the end of the season, when we do lose the big room, for elementary, we're in the smaller room, 20 kids in this small room with coaches. There's just not a lot of room, not a lot of space. If we could have one large room, definitely would be a plus for our program. And then the kids are all in the same room learning same stuff at the same time. We have been fortunate the last couple of years in practice. We haven't had injuries, but I have seen them in practice where even just drilling, kids bumping into each other, and that's where kids getting hurt. And we did have a kid last year, did bump heads and was concussed, so then they were out for a couple weeks, which we had more space, that helps prevent that. Another thing with the air quality downstairs in the basement, we don't have the airflow. I know we have to prop our doors open. We don't have, with the low ceiling, I just feel after, we have a practice, yes, it does stink, kids are sweaty, but if we just had a better airflow, I just think with the kids being downstairs in this basement without that airflow, with skin disease, ringworm, impetigo, that stuff really grows in that. Our storage, especially once softball, baseball starts, we remove the mats from the big room. And then we still have elementary going on, so we use our small room. So then add 20 kids into the small room, which we don't have enough space. So this is where we have to store our mats. And this is where we take them out. And you can see there's some other stuff being stored in here right now as well. But you can't even tell, but it goes way back there. Again, we got pipes, ceiling, small, short ceiling. And then when we take the mats out of their big room, once this is all filled up, we don't even have room to fill all this stuff up, and overflow has to be in the hallway. If we have a better storage or like our competition mats, that we could store closer to a gym. Right now, we are having to carry them up the stairs, bring them into the gym. Each mat is 7 sections. Most competitions we have, we bring up 3 mats. So that's 21 sections of mats that we have to bring up. New gym comes up. Now we're carrying all that stuff right now from the high school side all the way down to the elementary. And I know in the past we've had to do that with some meets, if there's a basketball game and we have the elementary gym. You're hauling 7, 14, possibly 21 mats all the way down to the other. And it's just a lot more work. If we could have storage a lot closer to where it needs to go, it'd be a lot easier for the kids and the program. If we do get, a new gym, which would be great because then we can host an individual section tournament. In the last it hasn't been hosted here since I've been here. I know in the past it has, when our gym was one of the larger gyms, but now we go to other schools, their gyms are much larger. They can handle more people, more fans. The wrestlers have more room. And that would be, right now that's a limitation that we have. If we were able to get a new gym, that we could expand that. And then that would draw more people into town. Even with our elementary tournaments that we have, we can do some more, again, drawing more and more people into town.